It's time to soothe, groove, and move those hidden innuendos. Hello, and welcome to the program. As a man, if I were to match with you and I really want to get to know you, there's really not a whole lot on your profile that I can work with, right? And I'm just saying that because, again, I have love for you, nothing but love, and I want to help you. But most people, when they put love to travel, that's just like, we all like to travel. You know what I mean? So as far as that's concerned, how can we help enhance, or how can I help enhance your profile a little bit more? So that way men have something to latch onto. That way they can raise a question that is not platitude. Because you want to get like some type of intriguing question, right?
So you want the honest answer?
I want the honest answer. Lay it on me.
I've been doing this for 11 years. I've had profiles that were very detailed, and then I've had profiles similar to this one. I don't know that it really matters with online dating, to be honest with you.
What do you mean by that? And why do you say that?
Because for the most part, people look at the pictures and then they swipe based on those pictures. They don't typically read. I read, but there aren't a whole lot of men that actually read.
I see.
That's
so
been
you
my
think,
experience.
Yeah. Okay.
So rather than put all of that energy in there, I'm just going to wait and give it to the person who really is interested in getting to know me.
Okay.
Unless
I like that.
I really do need to change it.
And I do. And again, I like where your head's at, and I get that because women they like to read the profiles. Hence why I put my information as descriptive as possible, and thank the Lord it works and it's genuine, right? What I say is what I mean. But when you post, or when people post things about love to travel, and then a man says, where do you like to travel to? That question, women say, oh, it's just such a generic question. Or how was your day? Like those types of questions, I feel they just kind of get the runaround. But if there's something, like I said, something that a man can latch onto, and I can agree with you, men do need to read the profiles more instead of looking at the pictures, 1000%. However, in my defense and men's defense, we're very visual, right? So when we see a beautiful woman like yourself on there, yes, 9 out of 10 times, we're just going to swipe right because it's the look. I'll be honest with you. However, for guys who are emotionally intelligent, who say, you know what, there's more than meets the eye. There's more to the looks that I want to get to know. So if you read through the profile and I see some things that spark questions, then I'm intrigued. Then I'm going to say, you know what, okay, I got something to work with. Because not only am I using some really random questions that intrigue you, but it gets your attention. Instead of all the other dudes saying, how was your day? Where do you like to travel?
Right.
You don't hate me, do you?
No, I totally understand what you're saying. Because I've gone down that road before.
And it's a shitty road. I've been there. But again, like that, I think that's just the thing that we need to start working on is because if you are, and I'm not saying you, but I'm saying if people are genuinely on the online dating app to meet someone, to go on their last date, to meet that person that's going to say, I love you and love you back, to truly find love, we gotta put a little bit more energy into the profile, because this is a profile, right? This is the only thing that we see now that's going to work for us. Because if not, everything else, how are we ever going to know anything about you? We're never going to see you on the highway or at a Trader Joe's. It's just not going to happen. So we need some things to work with. And that's kind of like the whole point of it, is to try and help and find ways where men can and should start asking those types of intriguing questions. Have a genuine interest in you.
Okay, so we're going to expand the profile.
Let's expand it. Yeah. Yeah. Or here's the better thing. Here's the thing that I think that you can work with is maybe throw some questions. Like throw some questions on the profile. I think this would be really good too for a lot of people too, is that put some questions on the profile. Instead of like posting things that you like, raise some questions to those who you want to match with and see how they answer. And if they answer the way that you like, right on. You're one step ahead.
Okay.
Follow? Yeah. So I don't know. That's just what I'm working with. That's what I'm looking at.
I think it's a great idea because it almost, I don't want to say forces, but it puts the ball in their court where they have to engage. So if they're genuinely interested, then they're going to answer the questions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like I think a lot of men are trying to find the way out, an easy way out. Don't let that happen. And I want men, and again, I really want men to focus on this, because as a man, raising a man myself, I would want my son, if he were ever on the dating app, which I hope to God he never does. And I'm not disrespecting dating apps. I just think that it's a safe haven for people who have broken hearts. But I think for him, or for any man, is that if you are truly going to do this, if you're going to do this the right way. Do this the honest way. And if you are looking at looks, that's one thing, but you got to dig deep into the surface and start finding out, can I really have a night with this woman? Can I have a month with this woman? Can I have an existing relationship with this woman where it's to the point where we start getting really intimate with each other? Because now I know her deep down inside. I know everything that she doesn't like, and most importantly, the things that she does like. I'm a type of guy, I like to go deep. I am not like a surface guy, like, oh, what's your favorite color? I like to get really deep down into the grind.
Oh, no, I think that's great. I think that's what I'm looking for. I want a man to do that because that's where that connection comes in. It's no longer superficial. Like you're getting to know that person genuinely for who they are, not how's your day, how's your week starting off, good morning.
Yeah. And it's sweet too. Don't get me wrong. I think it's great for anyone to say, good morning, how's your day? It's nice fluff.
It is, but I think that people use that when they don't have anything else to say.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
So are you going to be open to the fact that these men can start asking you these intriguing questions? And again, some of these questions, they may come at you to where like you may get a defensive, right? And some of these men, what they try to say, I don't think they really mean any harm by it, but they're trying to get an attention to see if this works, if this question works, if this question doesn't. Right. And I think a lot of these men, they use a lot of sexual questions, and I think that's wrong on first impression. It is. But like I said, I think
that's what I meant. I don't know if you remember me telling you that I feel like there's a dark side to online dating, and that's what I was talking about.
Yeah. Can you tell us about that? Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about the dark side that you've been encountering?
Well, it's just, I really don't want to generalize, but
please do.
It seems like, because I've been on and off dating apps. And when I get on, I have it clear in my head what it is that I'm looking for. And it gets frustrating because it seems like the majority of the men that I'm attracted to, it's quickly turns to something sexual, a conversation that is sexual. And it just gets old because I want more than that. Sure. Yeah.
And what types of men are these, by the way? What are the men that you're attracted to? I'm just kind of curious to know. Because again, there may be those men out there who want to get to know you and they fit in every category, but they just can't find a way to get a hold of you. So tell us that perfect picture of what you're looking for.
Physically, I like somebody who takes care of themselves, someone who works out. That's because I do. Right. So that's important to me. Someone who is outgoing, doesn't need to be the center of attention, but outgoing as in spontaneous. Let's go hiking, or let's go dancing, or let's try this new restaurant, or, let's hop on a plane and go here. At my age, a lot of people, they don't go anywhere. They just sit at home. I don't want to do that. I want to go live life.
Sure.
And so, I have a hard time finding someone that I'm physically attracted to. I have a hard time finding someone that I can have a conversation with, a real conversation, and it's not just about sex. And then, I typically tend to date a little younger than my age.
How much younger? Just curious. And again, there's no shame in this, by the way. Like I've heard every answer in the book.
Yeah. So I'm 51. So I tend to date in the 40s, early 40s.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. I think don't you think that the 40-year-old mark, that shows like a lot more wisdom than the man who's 30 years old?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think men in their 40s are a lot more wise.
At 51 than I was at 41.
100%.
Right? We grow.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a guest last week, and she literally likes to go for like the younger ones. Like we're talking like late 20s, early 30s. And I was like, okay, you do you. Mm-hmm. But there's a fine line between, is this going to be the guy you take home to your kids, or is this the guy you just take home just for the night?
Exactly.
Yeah, big difference. By the way, what is going on with the men of Texas? I've seen some of these profiles, and again, I'm not trying to bash all men, but there can be a little bit more work here. I mean, this is like the Lone Star State, damn it, right? This is like, come on, cowboys and machismo here.
Okay, so
what's going on?
I just get back from Florida, right? The men in Florida and the way they approach on the dating app is different than how men in Texas approach it. And I mean, I've heard that Houston is like the hookup hub for online dating.
Houston is the hookup hub.
I'm in Houston, basically.
You're okay. Do they call Houston the H? Is that like another term that they call it?
H-Town.
H-Town? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I love it. Austin is considered is ranked 5th as far as dating. And then Houston is generalized as the hookup capital of Texas.
I mean, that's what I've heard.
Wow. I wonder what Dallas is.
I don't know. Probably pretty close because I've had guys, reach out from Dallas too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, there's nothing wrong with hooking up. I think that, you're human, you're man, woman, like each other, go for it. As long as you're doing it safely. And most importantly, as long as the woman is feeling safe, right? Because that is a huge, like they say in construction, safety first, right? I think men should know that in the back of their heads. It's all about safety, keeping a woman safe.
Yeah, but that's not something that I want every time I go on a date.
Yeah. But tell me though, because you mentioned again about Florida and Texas. But tell me the difference again.
So Florida, the men's profiles, they're telling you about themselves. They're telling you what they want, what they're looking for. They put more into their profiles, not just pictures. I mean, they seem to be genuinely looking for, the ones that say they're looking for a long-term relationship, they seem to genuinely be looking for that. Here, a lot of the profiles are just blank. A lot of them are blank.
Okay. So how would you, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Like, tell me, like, as far as the profile is concerned, you come across a profile that you like. We'll say the guy is 6'1", dark, handsome, right? And he's got some good pictures, but he's got nothing to prove on his profile.
I already know what he's looking for based off of that.
Why do you think that though?
Because I've been doing this long enough. 11 years is a long time to be doing online dating. I've seen everything.
I have too, but you got to think about it this way though. To his defense, right? What if he's not looking for that?
Shy?
Thank you. You're telling me there's no shy men out here on this planet?
Well, I think it depends on the pictures that I'm looking at too.
Okay.
So, I'm in marketing. I've been in healthcare. So I'm pretty good with people, pretty good with picking up on cues and nonverbal. And so it would depend on the pictures that they have up as to whether or not I'm going to just swipe left.
Okay. What types of pictures will make you swipe right?
Well, definitely if they're in shape, I tend to swipe right.
Okay. All right. There's nothing wrong. Again, nothing wrong with that. So so if a guy has a picture of himself at the beach with abs.
If he's at the beach, that's fine. If he's laying in his bed, screw that. Because if you're laying in your bed taking pictures of yourself, again, I know what you're looking for.
That's kind of weird for a man to do that, by the way.
They do it all the time.
Is that right? Not me.
They do it all the time. I mean, and a woman's the same. If I'm laying in my bed taking pictures of myself in my bed,
That's okay.
I don't think so. I mean, I think you're saying the same thing.
Well, see, here's the thing, though. I think that it's granted for a woman to take selfies, right?
Yeah,
I think that's that comes with the territory. But for a man to post selfie pics, especially of him in bed, I think it's just a wrong message.
It's a lot of that.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's really odd. But
that's a clear signal, is what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
so for me to swipe right, they got to be in shape. I've raised all my children. I don't want to raise any more children. And so if they have kids, it doesn't matter what they look like. It doesn't matter how intelligent they they seem to be in their profile. I'm probably going to swipe left. Just because I've been through that already. I don't want any more children.
So you don't want to raise the younger kids. You want them to be empty nesters?
I'm sorry?
You're okay with empty nesters?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, teenagers, but, little ones, it's not because I don't like children. I've just raised 4 kids, so I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. You're at that point to where now you want to live your life.
Live my life.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. That is hard, though. When you think about it, for those who are younger and have actually for those who are like in their 40s and have younger kids, there's some sympathy, though. And I'm not saying like it's bad on your part, but I do feel bad for people like myself because we do match with these incredible people. And it's the same reason is that I just don't want to go backwards with the kids. And I don't think there's any harm with that. I don't think there's any disrespect. I get it. I think that when I come of that time when I do have that pseudo or sort of soon to be empty nest syndrome, I'll probably feel the same way. So I think that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
But I went through that. So in my 20s, I was a single mom.
Were you really?
I was a single mom, my first child, and nobody wanted to date me because I had a kid. So I've been on the other end of it.
My God, I would date you. 1,000%.
Not back then.
Back then I would have.
You were young. You were young and living your life too. You don't want to raise some kid.
But that doesn't matter though. If I really liked you And if any man truly, truly liked you and really wanted to get to know you, the kid would be irrelevant because, and I don't mean like irrelevant to where they don't care, but
No.
it comes with the package, the bonus, I should say.
Yeah. Maybe it depends on the man.
Yeah, that's what separates men from
Men
boys.
from boys.
How many kids do you have?
I have 4.
You have 4
Very
kids.
successful. Three that are adults, and then I still have a teenager at home.
Good for you, mama. Look at you. Okay. And so so we're okay with dating a guy who has teenage kids.
Right.
Okay. And as far, I started to ask this question too, which I love asking because I want to get to know you and I want people to get to know you. As far as your love language is concerned, what are your 2 love languages? And what are you looking for as far as a partner too?
So quality time is important. I don't really need words of affirmation. I don't need gifts. Acts of service is probably the next one. Quality time and acts of service. And then touch.
In that order?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I love how words of affirmation is not getting any more love, by the way.
So I don't need someone to build me up, I guess. Maybe that's, or maybe I don't take the compliments well. I mean, maybe that's it. Maybe when someone tells me something nice, maybe I get shy and embarrassed instead. So maybe words of affirmation are more uncomfortable for me. I'm not sure. I just know it's not important to me. I give affirmation.
What do you mean?
So if you and I were in a relationship, I'm going to tell you, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I love how when we were at the dinner party the other night, how you were connecting with everybody. Everybody just loves you. You just have this beautiful light inside you. I would.
That's right. They do love me.
I'm sure they do. That's what I'm telling you. But I would raise you up. I don't necessarily need that.
Okay.
The quality time is important.
Yeah.
Because if you don't spend time with me, to me, that says then you don't really like me all that much.
The quality time, if I'm not hanging out with you, that means I don't like you very much.
No, if you don't put forth effort to spend quality time with me, like I would rather spend an hour with you with your undivided attention focused on me. We're connecting, we're talking, than an hour where we're out at the park and you're talking to everybody but
yeah. No, yeah, I get that.
Quality time.
Sure.
It's not the quantity part.
Got it.
It's that moment when you're showing me, you're looking in my eyes, you're having a conversation with me, you're reaching out and touching me, we're laughing, we're connecting. It doesn't have to be an 8-hour thing. It can be 1 hour, it can be 30 minutes, but I know that you are there with me.
Sure. And don't you think that's how any man should treat their woman, is to let them know if you and I go to a cocktail party, you and I are like, I'm with you the whole entire way. I'm going to hold your hand. I'm going to show you off, and I'm never going to leave you alone unless I got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
But like, I want you to know that when we go out, my eyes are on you, and I'm introducing you to everyone, and I'm including you on everything. So like, you want to have that person that includes you on everything. Absolutely. But you mentioned, going back to the words of affirmation here, if you are in a relationship with a man and you have a bad day, like we're talking like one of the worst days possible, to where you don't want to be around anyone, you want to decompress, you come home to your man and he sees that you're in a bad mood, you're crying, right? Are you telling me that you don't want him to help you any way he can? You don't want him to be listening to you? You don't want him to comfort you and give you that reassurance that, hey, I understand you had a bad day. I'm here for you. Let me make dinner for you. Let me put some love on you.
That's acts of service. That's quality time. Words of affirmation is him building me up. Him telling me, oh, I know you had a bad day and you got, your coworker, y'all, such and such. Maybe we had it out, which that's not my personality, by the way. But maybe there was some conflict at work and he's telling me how well I handle situations. That's affirmation. You did a good job. You're great. You're blah, 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 blah. That's not what I really, really need.
But why though?
I would like that, but I'd rather have the acts of service, rub my feet or say, you know what, baby, you don't need to cook dinner. I'll cook dinner. Yeah.
Well, you can definitely have all the above, but I'm just saying that like sometimes you may not have the answers to everything, to where you need to get the answers from someone else because you don't know what to do. Your mind is cluttered because you had such an aggressive day.
Yeah.
And maybe it's good to maybe ask your man what do you think I should do?
Well, sure. I mean, I would do that, but maybe you and I are thinking differently. When I think of words of affirmation, I think of positive words that build someone.
Yeah.
That encourages someone, that reinforces good behavior. So maybe we're thinking a little bit differently about words of affirmation.
Yeah, I'm thinking more on the fallback when you do need a pillow to rest on. You got a voice that can lift you up.
That's what. Yep. All for it.
I don't know why, but that song that song Josh Groban came to my mind. You lift me up. Which, by the way,
good song.
Josh Groban. I can't wait for Christmas. By the way, because every time I hear his Christmas songs, I started crying, like hysterically, and like good tears though. Like, come on. Yeah, I mean, can't believe the holidays are almost around the corner.
I know.
Maybe that's what Santa's going to bring you this year. I have a feeling Santa's going to bring you a boy, a man.
I was like, I don't need a boy.
You don't need a boy.
I need a man.
You need a man. Yeah. I love that. I think that's going to happen.
Think so?
Do you want that to happen?
I would love for that to happen. I'm very independent. I am not like most women. I know that I'm not. Like, I can do the electrical stuff in my house. I've hung my chandeliers. There's a wall outside that I've got a TV hanging on that I wanted concrete faux look, and nobody could do it. So I found the product and did it myself. I've laid floors. I've taken toilets up. So I'm very hands-on. I can do just about anything. I just need to figure out how to do it. And I think that may be a little intimidating to some men.
You kidding me? Like, for those men who think that's intimidating, like, dude, buddy, come on, man. Like, that is... And I think I've actually said this a few times on my previous shows. I find it incredibly sexy when a woman is independent and likes to take the initiative to do things on her own. Not saying that like I don't want to help or I don't want for her to do anything, but I find that to be remarkable and amazing for a woman to say, you know what, I can do this. Mm-hmm. I can do this probably better than most men, which I'm sure you could, by the way. But I find that extremely sexy. I think more men need to put their guard down. Yeah. You're a man. I get it. Yeah,
I'm not taking anything away from you.
Yeah, you're not. And again, these guys need to just put their guard down and just build that confidence and know that you've got an amazing woman that's on your team that can do amazing jobs, amazing work.
Yeah, if you're changing the serpentine belt and you're having a hard time and I hear honey, I'll come out and help you change it. Like, I'm right there with you. I'm your partner.
Shit. You know what? You may just have to move to California.
I was in San Clemente not too long ago. I love it out there.
You were in my hood and you didn't even call me. This show is over, by the way. Bye-bye. How dare you? What were you doing out there in San Clemente?
So I've got two Marines, and one was actually living there for a little while. And then the other one has been in San Diego, which he's now in Australia right now. So yeah, California.
Nice. California. Mm-hmm. Yeah, not really something I want to brag about when I tell people I'm from California, but it's okay.
It's not something you want to brag about?
I don't ever brag about that. I for some reason, when I tell people I'm from California, they're like, oh, okay. All right. I brought the asshole. They are, though, right?
People think they're from Austin.
Things from Austin. Well, I remember when I was in Austin, I told the bartender that I was visiting from California because I was super excited. I grabbed a drink. I was like, yeah, I'm in a cool little saloon here in Austin. And the guy next to me, he was sitting down and he was a little drunk, and he looked at me and said, go back to California. And he smiled at me. He was like this older man, and he smiled at me. And I was like, wait a minute, is he being serious or is he being a fucking dick?
If he was older, he was probably being a dick.
Yeah. But yeah.
They're pretty set in their ways.
I get it, but I'm not bringing anything with me except for underwear and a toothbrush.
I think it's all about liberals. I think that's what that's about. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you're from California, anything goes.
Yeah. I have my limits.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not what you think, but going back to the independent women, which again, I applaud you for that. And I think every woman who is independent, I think that's the, like I said, sexiest trait that any man would want. I think that when they have a woman like you, they struck gold for sure. But let's just say, if you come home to the guy you're with and you're like, honey, we got to celebrate tonight. I got a promotion, right? Do you expect him to take care of you and make sure that, hey, we're going to go out and celebrate? Because I hear a lot of women who get these promotions, who get these raises, who may actually make more than their man. I hear that a lot of the men just start to say, you know what? I'm out of this relationship because I'm intimidated that my girl makes more money than me. Do you find income to be of importance to you?
Yes, but so my experience is a little bit different. It's not so much about the man that I'm with as it is the dating pool. I don't know how many times I've been the one to pay for dinner, to pay for everything. And that's okay occasionally.
Sure.
Like on a first date, I always insist that I pay at least my half, because I don't think it's fair for a guy to be taking, if he takes a girl out every Friday and Saturday night, he's spending some bucks. So, and then it doesn't work out. So I pay half. But one of the things that I have found is there's a lot of men, they don't even live in their own place alone. They live with their roommate, or they moved back in with mom. Oh, none of that is attractive to me.
Is that really happening in Texas?
Yeah. So there are 2 guys that I am talking to right now. Haven't met either one of them yet. And neither one of them live on their own. They got roommates. That is not attractive to me. I live on my own. I've always lived on my own.
Okay. Are these guys going to pass the test? Are they going to make it? Or are you going to just let them know? Okay.
Probably not.
So you're talking to them just to kill time?
No, I'm still trying to get to know them. Like one of them I asked. So I asked the question today. So do you have plans? Do you have any idea when you're going to be looking to get into your own place? And the answer was in a couple of months. Okay, so we'll see what happens in a couple of months. But am I going to go out on several dates with this person and there's no coming back to my place, because that's not happening.
You won't let him come back to your place?
No, not until I'm in a relationship.
Sure. But would you go back?
You want to do the naughty? We'll go find something, but we're not going to do it at my place.
Okay,
and you don't have a place. So, I mean, that's important to me too.
Yeah.
Sex is important in a relationship. Yeah.
Absolutely. But why? So I'm confused, because if you live, well, actually, never mind, because your son.
My daughter, because I have
your daughter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, it'd be different if I was by myself living in a loft downtown.
Sure.
But I'm in the suburbs raising a child, and I've got neighbors that I'm very close to that watch my, you know what I'm saying? It's just not okay.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be bringing somebody back to my place. Date them a couple of months and then next. I don't want to do that.
Sure, of course. Yeah, you don't want people to think like, oh, this is a brothel, or this is a yeah, I get it. Yeah. But like, I love how you said you're going to wait 2 months. The fact is, a lot of people can't even wait 2 days because they're so impatient. Because I get it, like online dating, it's just like you're just swiping continuously. It's kind of like to the point where you just keep doing this and you can't stop. Like you even like going to work and you're like, hey guys, like you're waving constantly because this is just emotion.
It's entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how can we get everyone just to stop? And once you match with someone, going back to your guy here, you match with them, you want to give them 2 months. But then again, you're talking to another guy. So are you going to give both these guys your attention? You're going to give one guy your attention? Like, how does that work? Or you got other guys on the side here? And again, I'm not trying to put you down at all. I'm just trying.
No, it's okay. It's okay. So until I find somebody that really, and it's hard to even get me out on a date, by the way. So these people, I'm just talking to them.
I'm gonna ask you that too, by the way. Go ahead.
And so until I'm like, oh yeah, this one's worth my time. I mean, they know I'm talking to other people.
Of course, I think everyone. Yeah, secret's out.
But once I like hone in, I'm like, oh yes, this person is worth my time. He's interested in me. I'm interested in him. Then I can cut everything else loose.
So it's the first man to match you wins.
No, what?
The first man to match you like as far as like emotionally match you, financially match you, the guy that like has all this shit in a row.
Yeah.
Like pretty much, yeah. So you can be talking to 5 guys and they may not have all the check marks boxed off. But if there's one guy that does, or he's got more boxes checked than the others, then he wins, right?
Yeah, basically. I mean, it kind of sounds a little shallow on my part, but why am I going to invest all my time in somebody that I'm going to find out like they live with their parents? I need to get to know you a little bit, but I'm not going to focus on you. I'm going to date. There's nothing wrong with dating.
No, not at all. But can you go back to the guy? Let's just say you match with 3 guys. Okay. We're going to play a little scenario here.
Okay.
You match with 3 guys. All of them live with their parents. All of them live with the roommates, right? So the point of going back to their place is out of the question.
Yeah, I won't be talking to them very long.
But hold on, just let me
Okay.
just wait.
Okay.
Hold
All
on.
right. Let's go.
Okay. Let's play along. Okay. Now, one of them, he matches you emotionally, right? He
Mhm.
says the right things. He does the right things. You like him. However, going back, he lives with his roommate. Okay. Then you got the other guy who doesn't match you emotionally yet, but financially strong. He's very independent. So he matches you on the independent side. So you like him for that. However, again, he still lives with the roommate or with his parents, whatever. And then you got the third guy who is the perfect guy in disguise. The only flaw is that he lives with his roommate. However, in 2 months, I'm not saying that same guy, but in 2 months, he's going to be out on his own because he's got a place to stay, right? He's got his own house he's going to buy. But you don't choose contestant number 3 because you like contestant number 1, and contestant number 2. So you give 1 and 2 a chance, right? And then you just say, you know what, I'm going to follow up with number 2. So now you're stuck with number 1. So you got number 1 that you are going to put all your attention towards. And you tell number 3, hey, I like you, but right now I'm dating a guy. You got contestant number 1 who you're dating. Okay. So you're going out with him for a couple months. Nothing changes. He's still living with his roommate, but again, still matches you emotionally. You still are drawn to him because he's amazing and he's matching you and you like where it's at, but nothing's changing. Nothing is progressing. If you decide to stop dating that guy, contestant number 1, can you go back to contestant number 3 and say, you know what? I'm not dating this guy anymore. I want to give this a shot. Can we give this a chance?
I can.
Do you think most guys will allow that though? Do you think the fact of being rejected in the beginning, you think men can go back and say, you know what, I'll give this girl another chance?
Well, I've experienced that before because when men get to know me, and men want to be my friend too, so they're not quick to dismiss me. So if I'm going to go with contestant number 1 and I drop contestant number 3, when I do, he's going to know why. I'm not just going to ghost him. Yeah. I'm just going to say, baby, I just don't think we're on the same page. And, if things change, I'm going to let him know why I'm not dating him.
Yeah, but I don't think anyone should. But doesn't that kind of make him sound or seem like he's an afterthought? It is, right? The fact is he didn't win initially. You dated the other guy because he has...
Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's not an afterthought. Maybe I just was flat out wrong.
I
made a mistake.
Yeah. Can you truthfully admit and say, you know what, number 3, I was wrong?
Yeah, I can. I made a mistake.
Love that. We need more women to do that, by the way. More men too.
I mean, that's just being real. This is my fault. Yeah.
I think it would be really fair for people to say, I went out on a date. I dated this person for a couple months. It backfired. I would love to see if you and I can rehash and start where we left off. I think that's more admirable than just ghosting that person completely. And then guess what? A year later, you match again on Bumble or Hinge or whatever. Yeah. And you try to go for it again.
So there's a big difference in talking to someone, texting with someone. Maybe you go out on one date. There's a big difference in that versus, hey, you go out on that one date, then you make plans to go out on another date. After you've gone out 3 or 4 times, I'm moving toward that person.
Yeah, exclusively.
I'm not going to be dating 3 or 4 times contestant number 1 and contestant number 2 and contestant number 3. If I'm going out with you, because typically I'm going to go out with somebody and it's usually only once, because I'm going to pretty much know right then and there whether or not there's anything between us or there's a potential for something. I'm probably not going to go out on a second date. For sure, I'm not going to go out on a second date with you if I'm not attracted to you.
Really? See, I'm starting to feel that may be the case for a lot of people. But here's what I want to do is that when I go on dates now, I want to let that person know is that the first date, maybe some nerves, maybe not, may say some things that may come out wrong, maybe not, maybe so. But here's what I would like for you to do. Since you and I match, since you and I actually are here tonight, I would like for you and I to give each other the opportunity for at least 3 dates. I actually learned this from another old podcast guest, is that 3 dates is a good number to see engage if this person is really going to move on and be exclusive with you. So I don't believe in that towards only a 1 date unless this guy is a complete...
If you're not attracted to them?
That's okay. But I'm saying is that if he's not looking the right way or she's not looking the right way, if they're drinking, excessive drinking, if they're not respecting you, that's off. Yeah. 1 and done, I'm okay with.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be texting that person afterwards, know that you had a good time with them and say, I just didn't feel it. Don't do that yet.
Okay.
Give this person at least 2 more dates, and then that way you can make your decision after that. Because the first date is it's kind of like just like the preseason when you think about it. It's not the Super Bowl. I think that the first date is preseason, the second date is the regular season, and the third date is the Super Bowl to see whether or not this person is really going to be the ultimate champion.
Right. But what I run into is usually that first date is the only date because I'm not attracted to the person. I'm either not attracted to their mind, their intellect, or I'm not attracted to them physically.
So why did you, again, no disrespect to you, but I'm saying so what was the whole initiative of matching with this person? Was it the pictures that? Because
I liked the way they looked, and I liked something that they read, that I read in their profile. And then I had a conversation with them, and I'm like, okay. And I don't drag it out. I'm not a pen pal. So I'm probably the one that's going to say, hey, want to go out?
What is going on? Again, what is going on with these men in Texas? Like, why are they not asking women like you out? Like, by the way, you're not off the hook here, by the way. I want to hear why it is hard why is it hard to ask you on a date?
Okay, so I spend about 4 hours a day commuting, just getting my daughter back and forth to school. This phone never leaves my hand because I'm a marketer. So I talk to people all day long. I either get up at 4:30 and go to the gym, or I go after work. So I'm busy. So to get me out on a date, that means I've had this busy day, this hectic day, been in the car driving. You want me to go take a shower, spend time picking out my clothes, drive. Typically, I have to drive back into Houston again. So if I'm going to do all that, then I need to really like you for me to do that. Otherwise, I'm not going to go out. I need to be like, man, this one, yes, or it's not happening. And I'll talk to you for a little while, and then it just fizzles off. It just fizzles.
Is that fizzling out on your end or his or both?
Usually mine.
But see, that's the thing. Is like going back to your profile, right? Let's add some meat to the bone.
I had a lot of meat in there. There was a lot of meat. And it would okay, so I had something in there. You talked about the questions. So I was thinking about that. So I used to do that. I had one in there. I was like, anyone want to go to a man cave? To a cave hotel. You ever been to a cave hotel?
No, but I would gladly go.
Me either, amazing. But they look freaking awesome. There's one in Arkansas I'd like to go to. And that would get a lot of responses. Of course, there were the guys who were like, I'll stay in a cave with you, that kind of stuff. But, I did have questions in there like that. And I I've had them where I've got the checklist, I've got like the sarcasm, have the crazy ex, must live with parents. I had all of that. And then I've had the serious checklist, the things that I'm looking for. And here I am 11 years later, and I still have not found the man.
God, I
find your little note.
Well, I'm writing this down because again, I still, because again, everyone has their own type of reason why they're single.
Yeah.
And I don't know, for you, when I hear that, it really, and I'm not saying it breaks my heart because of you, but it breaks my heart because of the men, is that men have the ability to do so many better things. They know they can. I think women know that as well. I think when it comes to online dating, we all know what we're capable of. We can do so much better. We just choose not to because we want to half-ass it, and we want to feel that putting a little effort is going to get something big. In the grand scheme of things, you're going to get something big out of it, which is bullshit. I feel like, just like what they say, is that if you put a lot of effort into something, if you work hard at something, if you study hard for something, guess what? Overall outcome, you're going to do fantastic. So here's the thing, is that if you work your ass off at work and you get that raise, if you study hard to get that A+ in your exam, then why can't you put a little bit more effort into an online dating profile that takes a matter of 30 seconds to ask some intriguing questions for the person that you hope to find that's going to be there for you forever. The hope is for you to find that everlasting love. So why is it so darn hard to put a little bit more time into something to where it's going to pay off and you're going to have that person that you can live happily ever after? Or are we just wasting our time here? Are we just wasting our time because, again, we're going to be stuck, just keep doing this roller coaster ride over and over and over again until we're 80 years old and say, hey, we're still single. We're still hoping to find that person. You see what I mean? I'm not saying you, I'm just saying people in general. I think we need to be more responsible. We need to be more involved with what we put into the profile. and what we really want.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm a little buzzed right now, so I think that just kind of...
Uh-oh.
I'm a lightweight. I am a lightweight, by the way. I used to be like, oh yeah, I can do like 3 shots, but I'm turning into a little bitch.
Oh.
But again, I'm hoping that the men of Texas or the men of the world can see women like you and say, this is what I want. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll ask these intriguing questions. I'll make her know that like, I want you and only you. I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste your time because I have an interest in you and I want to get to know you. So I want these men to just stop and focus on what they see in front of them and just say, you know what? This is what I really want to get. I want to get to know this person. So how do I do that? And how do I just focus everything on her? If it doesn't work out, you tried. You put in all your effort into this one person. And guess what? If it doesn't work, you move on to the next. But at least you know that you're not fooling yourself and you're not fooling that other person.
Do you think that the majority of people that are in online dating, do you think that they're really looking for love? I'm just curious what you think.
I can tell you.
I don't think they are.
What do you think they're looking for? Just sex?
Sex, companionship, entertainment, someone to have, moments with. But I don't think the majority of people that are on there are actually looking for love. Not at the moment. How
great would that be to find everything you just said and summed it up into one person?
Yeah, well, it would be nice.
It is doable. And again, it just goes back to what I was saying. I do believe, yes, I do believe there's some amazing people, including myself, and I'm sure including you, that want to find love, that want to come home after a hard day's work and see that person and say, this is the best. To be with my person.
Yeah, I would love that. But after 11 years, I don't know if I'm going to find that in an online dating app. I mean, I told you, I think, I've tried Holy. That's a Christian dating app.
You did mention that.
And that, when I started, it was OkCupid and POF. And
what about organically though? Like, cause again, like not to embarrass
out and about.
Yeah.
Men don't approach me.
Do you want to know why? And I can definitely tell you, because I sure as hell would be scared to approach you because 1, you're freaking gorgeous. And 2, like, you know that, right? I mean, come on. You're fucking gorgeous, right? I mean, it's like, come on.
See, this is probably why I don't do good with words of affirmation because I'm like, no.
Okay. Because you're ugly, right? I mean, you're just...
Sometimes I think I am.
How do you want me to say it? All right, you're average. No, totally. That's not true, by the way. No, you are absolutely stunning. But I think for men, it would be hard for them to come and approach you because of that, because they're like, there's no way that this girl is single, right? There's no way. That's the approach, and some men would be like, I'm not even going to bother because I know I'm going to get rejected.
Yeah, but Shervin, that's been my entire life, even in my 20s. The men that approach me are married men. So in my profession, I've had doctors find me on Facebook.
Creepy.
Go out and find so married men or men that are just like, I'm thinking, you're a sweetheart, but there is like no way.
Okay. I don't care about those guys.
A homeless guy in Florida, he was sweet as could be. So I was walking one way, he was walking this way. I said hello, he said hello. And then the next thing I know, he's right here and he goes, I just decided to turn around and come say hi to you. And I said, well, hello. And he goes, well, how about we spend some time together? Those are the men that approach me.
So you want homeless men to come and approach you. All right.
But that just happened in Florida. But I'm saying guys don't approach me. I'm typically, if you're out and I want to have a drink with you, I'll pay attention to your body language. And depending on how you look at me, I'm usually the one that has to go up to the man.
Damn, I should go to the bars by
you.
Which bar do you hang out with? Maybe we should take a flight out next weekend. And
actually, I don't go to bars, but
wherever it is, wherever. Yeah, but so going back to what I was saying though, is that if you're at a restaurant, right, and you happen to be at the bar eating dinner, having a drink by yourself, okay, and there happens to be a guy across the bar and he sees you, and his thought is, I would love to introduce myself, but I don't know how, because again, the intimidation factor. Right? The nerves, the fact of possibly being rejected. And also, I'm not sure what mood she's in. I don't know. It's a Monday night. I'm hoping that she's in a good mood, but then again, it's a Monday. So I'm kind of losing faith in myself here. How can you turn that guy upside down and say, you know what? You can do this. Come talk to me.
I do it with my eyes.
Shit.
It's my eyes. I mean, I'll let a man know.
You will? Okay, good. So you're not afraid of that?
If I'm not afraid to go up and ask them out, I'm certainly not afraid to talk to them with my eyes.
Lord, why are all the good women in Texas? My God. I'm sorry. Again, I'm just embarrassing you because it's not easy to find women who actually can engage you in an eye-to-eye combat, right? Because I believe that eyes, when you look at someone, you can read a lot. You can look into their soul and you can say, I want this person. I need this person. And I don't mean like I need to like,
no,
like
I know what you're
financially.
saying.
You know what I mean? Like,
I
like
know what
I need to know this person. Because I believe that there's like a soul catching when you look at someone in the eye. It like catches your soul and you want to catch theirs as well.
Yeah.
So, all right. Men of League City / Houston / H-Town / Ho-Town. Guys, I'm looking at this amazing woman and she is beautiful on both levels, inside and out. But here's the beautiful thing, guys. She hangs her own chandeliers. She's independent. She's smart. She doesn't take time for bullshit. She's looking for a man, hopefully a guy that's 5'8" or 6'3", whichever one comes first. Trim beards if you have them. Match her emotionally, intelligently, spiritually, financially, maybe. If you make a little bit less than her, that's okay. But if you do make less than her, be proud of it and show her off and let her know that, I don't give a shit about that. It's all about you.
Yeah.
But when you do go out on these cocktail parties or Christmas events, whatever, never leave her sight. Always be proud to be with her and let her know that she's your girl. So treat her like a queen because she deserves it. And I believe that Santa's going to bring you something good this year. So no drought after 12 years. I promise you that. And I'll do everything, seriously, I mean that. I will do everything in my power to make sure that I find that guy for you.
There's a lot of California guys that reached out to me.
No. This is the only California guy that can reach out to you. That's it. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I come first.
Fair enough.
But I'm going to close this. By the way, we said a lot. We just said some really good stuff here. And again, I've got nothing but love for you. And I really, really want that guy I want you to text me one day and say, this guy came out of nowhere. He came up to me at a restaurant. He matched me. He's taking care of me. For the first time, I'm going to be taking care of you.
Shervin?
Tell me.
I want someone to cherish me the way I cherish them. That's what I want.
You'll find that.
I'm one of those people that I'll give you a full body massage, nothing sexual, so that I can touch you, so that you can feel what I feel for you. And I want someone to cherish me the way I cherish them. It's not easy to find anymore.
I'm going to make it easy. Guys, cherish this woman. Seriously. Cherish her. You're going to get a back rub, cherish her. Seriously. Like, shit, I may just have to move out to Texas.
League City.
Sorry. No,
Long League.
Sounds like a Vietnamese name. Long League City.
I was like, what is this long?
Well, let's close this out here, my dear.
Okay.
I mean, we can talk for hours, but I'm sure you want to move on with your day or night. And by the way, I got to stop drinking because I'm feeling a little lightheaded here. I'm seriously,
I'm enjoying it.
I am too. I'm having a great time. I just don't drink as much as I used to. I really don't. So I need to build my tolerance. Maybe I wouldn't do good at a Christmas party because they'll be like, hey, Crystal, your date's really nice, but man, I only gave him like a sip of tequila and he's like bouncing off the wall.
I think you're doing great.
Thank you.
You'd be just fun.
I'm a very fun, like I don't ever get dramatic or like, like that crazy drunk. I'm not like that guy. So
no. That's not sexy.
It's not. That's why I don't do it. All right. I promise you this is my closeout question. Again, I have to embarrass you again. You've seriously probably got like the best smile, by the way. Can you smile one more time?
No, I'm shy.
By the way, man, I think you have found the most perfect woman here, by the way. Seriously. I think you guys have. You just need to go find this girl because she is amazing. So please cherish her. And hopefully you guys know more about construction than she does. But if not, that's okay. That's all right. I think that's amazing. So, and also if I have some plumbing issues, can you come help me? 'Cause
we can figure it out. YouTube is awesome.
YouTube is the best. It is when it comes to that stuff. But Crystal, I had an amazing time with you tonight. Thank you.
Too.
I really appreciate you being with me tonight.
You're a sweetheart. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my dear.